because we can also wrap in, do you think Ryan Clark had that whole thing? Just time mark this for me, just so
this is.
I'll figure out where to insert the bell randomly. Just time mark this, black accountability.
Let's go deeper.
Because Ryan Clark, after this whole thing went down, is saying that Charlamagne, Ryan Clark said, Andrew Schultz needs to get with his black friends.
Yeah, he
so
did say that shit.
That shit sounded crazy.
So you have a meeting of the minds.
Yeah, he said he needs to get with his black friends so that they can tell them what the black woman experience is and hold them accountable. And Charlamagne is one of those people, obviously, essentially.
He said this?
He definitely said that. This is it right here.
This nigga said this with a straight face?
Shout out 𝐿𝙾𝚂𝚃.
Yeah.
And a stout journalist.
Yeah.
Top
You say
top two.
Shit's gonna be on YouTube with it, man.
Both of them.
We love the most.
Yeah, that means white.
Yo, who gets
Now phone and get while they're here.
Get to the Ryan Clark.
Joking differences. And then after all that, Andrew Schultz going for the chicks because after the one.
Yeah, you're into that. Yeah.
Keep going.
Damn. We're going to Ryan Clark.
Yeah. I'm about to say, if we hear this joke for the 17th time this episode,
we're racist.
Nigga.
But that silly, but that's complainers and abusive isn't just untrue.
Talk about right here.
It's disrespectful.
Oh yeah, he made a post. He
made a post first.
Yeah, go
Yeah,
back.
he didn't say it verbally.
God,
Go back.
damn,
You want to read it or you want to have
He gonna read it.
this guy? Okay.
Fuck that. That's
Well,
crazy.
Sure,
Of course,
what
coming
black
from the
woman
worst
experienced Andrew
Okay, there, he just started it.
Said let him do it, man.
Yeah, he just started. All right.
Ryan Clark the wrong way. Clark will post on Twitter, I'm not sure what black woman experience Andrew Schultz has had, but it hasn't been the real, quote, black girlfriend effect. To insult black women and describe them as complainers and abusive isn't just untrue, it's disrespectful. Even worse, James and Fahad allowing him to say it is even more insulting. Andrew Schultz spoke that way in front of two black men because they allowed him to. They made him comfortable enough to disrespect black women because they didn't force him to respect them. My experience is that black women are powerful, beautiful, strong, and supportive. They prioritize black family, community, and culture. They take steps back to push their men and families forward. So no, Andrew, the black girlfriend effect is nothing like what you described. I'm just upset that you don't have enough solid black men around you to tell you differently. And he would even call out Charlamagne to take some accountability.
Here it is.
Take a listen.
Whoever is Andrew Schultz's black friend, Charlamagne, you're his black friend. Sit him down, talk to him, tell him what the black woman experience truly is, because he ain't married to one, and he's obviously never been around enough of them to know how strong, how beautiful, how independent they could be while also being supportive, how much black women have done to create this entire world that we all live in and the way that they've poured in it. I'd rather be upset, but I know if I'm upset and I'm loud, that just plays into the same angry black woman trope to the black man trope that he wants us to depict, and I refuse to give him that joy.
Ryan Clark.
The thing that's dangerous about this kind of individual is that I don't know what his intentions are. Because the thing is, we talked about it before, black women, they're an underprotected population. There's a lot that's went wrong. And so there's going to be a mass overcorrection to where niggas are going to not overly defend, but they're going to get their pitchforks and they're going to go to the castle and knock on the door in honor of black women.
Right.
There are also dudes who use that plight to manipulate black women.
True.
Yeah. 100%.
Who use it to be like, to just like kind of wiggle their way into that room. So anytime, it's a catch-22. Because we need to protect black women, but when certain people do it, I can't tell where it's coming from.
How can you tell if they're not selling it or not?
And so when it's not his message, it's him.
I believe all of them are selling it, honestly.
You think it's always pandering?
Most of the time,
and
yeah. I think he does it. Charlamagne does it. Like that's why I thought it was so funny, is because it's like Charlamagne is like black woman is God, queen, and like he does it too. So that's why I was like, oh, this is gonna be interesting. I wonder if he's actually gonna respond to it to another nigga like who's y'all at this point. This is another peer. Like we're technically on the same wave, right?
The pivot, isn't he on the pivot? Isn't that
he's on the pivot, but it's that ideology of it's not a bad ideology, but like when you're championing black women like that, it's
Afrocentric
two
ideas.
niggas that champion black women. How are we gonna talk about this? Because it's not an unimportant topic, right? You know what I'm saying? This
Of
is
course.
this is extremely important,
Yeah.
right? So we should be addressing it, but it seems like Charlamagne has no intention on addressing this shit whatsoever.
Maybe not like that.
'Cause they
that
didn't-
new idiots. Did
that
this
new
happen
idiot-
before the new
I
idiots?
think so, yeah, for
Okay, so
sure,
then
yeah.
it might be some time next week for it to happen.
If it doesn't happen by next week,
It's
because
not happening.
it's not happening because he did bring this up. Chigs dropped this video 4 days ago.
Yep.
They film idiots.
They film idiots on like Tuesdays and Wednesdays, right?
some shit like
It
that.
just
Thursdays
depends.
sometimes.
Thursdays sometimes, but Tuesdays, Wednesdays.
Yeah.
The thing I'll get,
yeah, so I'm not sure because in the idiots episode they did bring up shits and gigs, but they didn't go into it at all on any level.
yeah, like
I
it's
got
not
the
even.
timestamp
It didn't
for
even
that.
really get brought up. It kind of was like a just a
Charlamagne
little
joined the joking.
wordplay moment.
Yeah. Charlamagne joined the joking. If you go to the Brilliant Idiots last episode, I did screenshots of all the
So we want to
timestamps.
put that in this segment.
Yeah, it's the 119:31. This is the closest they really dove into
talking about it.
the shits and
And
gigs moment.
Ryan Clark-
119:31.
And Ryan Clark
It
didn't
might be a little bit
mention.
before that too. Give it like 15 seconds.
He didn't
before.
mention the third black guy, which was Alex. He was like, those two black men just allowed it. So nobody
Niggas
fucking.
don't know Alex though. You,
No,
know,
niggas
you,
don't
you got to
know
be
Alex.
tapped in. You got to be tapped in.
Nigga,
Like
Alex
the,
got-
the
man.
casual niggas not gonna know.
But he's
Alex
a black. He's the black. He's another black dude.
He is, but
He's a Boricua.
yeah. All right, here we go.
Put it in my head, Charlamagne.
Nicaragua.
Stop it.
You're a Nick fan.
Stop.
You're a Knickerbocker.
No. Don't put it in my brain.
You can get there from saying knick-knack.
I'm okay, stop. Everybody stop. This is what you
Listen.
guys do to us. You make us say it.
Why is this so
Shut up.
funny to you?
Don't say that.
I mean, you're just so full of shits and giggles. Why?
This is good.
Why is this tickling you so much? Why?
Bro, I am shitting and giggling right now, bro. This is just too funny. I'm just shitting and giggling, bro.
Listen.
Nah, dude, he just dropped a full M-bomb, bro.
But his excuse
I
was
ain't never
terrible.
seen a nigga
What did he
catch a
say?
lob
That
and
was
like
that
pass
was
it back out to the corner three. Like, I
Yeah.
could dunk it, but you're not here. Take that.
Yeah,
shit.
that was as close as they flirted with it. Like,
Yeah.
so I don't know if this Ryan Clark thing was before or after, but it was definitely no deep conversation because I think at this point Schultz had definitely already done his flagrant response of no apology. So they were already past that.
Which is the correct approach.
right, essentially.
Because
yeah.
you know, ultimately, this is over. A bad joke is like spilled milk in a sense, to where it's like, all right, that wasn't what I wanted to do. I wanted this milk to be in the cup, but it's spilled now. So let's clean it up and move on.
Right.
I'm not gonna keep apologizing for spilling milk.
Right,
like
right.
you.
And plus, Andrew wouldn't be taking his advice, which was not respond. If you are going to do something, that's what you do. So,
Oh yeah, that's what you're saying.
like
yeah,
when
yeah.
when we watch the video, but yeah,
Yeah, I
that's
guess
why.
we didn't even bring it up either back in the previous section, which was pretty notable, is that we did bring it up quickly. What fucked chicks and gigs up 100% is the fact that they had a nerd to take other shit out the episode.
Right.
That's just
Right.
Once we heard that, hey, we don't give a
Right.
fuck. We don't care
Yeah.
no more. Like
Yeah.
so, like it's over after that. So
Because
like
one, it's
yeah.
like, what did you say out of tongue that was so bad
right,
that your manager? Because I read that the manager called.
right, yeah,
That the white
yeah.
bitch was like, yo, we gotta,
Yeah.
woody woo woo.
Not
Yeah.
my boys.
So yeah, I do wonder if this is going to be one of those things. I don't know if Andrew's actually going to face any black accountability. This is an interesting.
What would that even look like?
I don't think he has
I don't
enough
know.
black friends.
I don't know, just because I'm just like I champion things, but I also don't like wear them on my sleeve. You know what I'm saying? It's interesting now. Like, we got two niggas. We got one nigga who championed this thing on his sleeve, calling out another nigga who's been championing this on his sleeve. I don't know. I don't know how they react.
Andrew
This
doesn't.
is a championship battle, nigga.
Yeah, like how do y'all have a grown conversation about this?
There was so many champions.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, if Andrew was your friend, would you give him any advice on this? Does he
Andrew's
need
my
it?
friend?
What's that again?
Yeah,
And-
Andrew.
I would be his black friend. That's the only thing he needs.
In the moment,
he needs
though.
like
I feel like we would all say
he
something
needs-
in the moment.
He needs 4 more black friends that he can really call.
So y'all wouldn't have let that joke slide?
You
Oh
fight
no,
it.
you would have let it slide, but you would have gave it push back in the moment at least.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
You
It's-
fight it with more humor.
More
You don't
humor.
take
Right,
it. You don't take it to a moral, philosophical debate.
Exactly.
But you just
yeah.
fight. You
Okay,
talk
good.
about white women,
Yeah.
and you pronounce the H in white.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or and specifically Scottish. Mm-hmm. You go for
Yeah,
Scottish.
for sure,
women.
for sure,
Yeah.
for sure, for sure. For
Because
sure.
And
white is too vague. You got to go straight Scottish.
And you talk your people, Andrew. That's what
Yeah.
you hit him with.
Yeah.
But the only apology is not being funny.
Yep.
That's the only
Yeah.
apology. You can only apologize because it wasn't funny, but you don't apologize for trying.
And even then, it's like apologize for not being funny. It's like shit.
You're really
How
doing
many
that.
times are you going to do that? Then?
You're only doing that for a certain person's ego.
Yeah.
And it's just one of them things where it's like, okay, for this, yes.
And-
but it doesn't have to be. It's not a rule all the time.
And
you know what I mean?
To Andrew's reaction to the apology, it was just that vibe. Like you're giving power to the curse.
By
You know what
doing
I'm saying?
the apology.
You're giving it more power. So
Yeah.
it's a double-edged sword. It's a tricky situation for shits and gigs
Double-edged
because
sword.
all. Wait, what'd you say?
No, you said it.
No,
correctly.
no, Lauren. Say it right again. Say it right.
Double-edged sword.
Sword.
Ew.
Yeah, watch the Patreon for that. These assholes said I was saying it wrong. But
Google did too.
Yeah.
sword,
Series
nigga.
did.
I say it like how it was supposed to be said, a sword. But
You had a conversation with somebody that nobody else did.
He
that-
said it like his tongue got cut with a sword. He just,
Yeah.
like it just got to pronounce everything.
Like he got a lisp.
Yeah.
I like it, Liz.
But let's see. Okay,
Ain't
let's
Shane a
move
nigga.
over to
We talking about Willie.
let's move over to the